Okay, the last episode of our podcast is about true crimes, notorious criminal and their stories. As usual, I will introduce first. My name is Nurul Islina binti Abdullah.
My name is Nubatisha binti Muhammad Rizal.
My name is Tina Sabra binti Nurdin.
My name is Nurul Anzulaika binti Zainab Fikri.
My name is Nur Amira dan Shamsa Azhar.
And we are from Diploma in English. And the first topic we are going to talk is about Mona Fendi.
Wow!
Who knows about Mona Fendi?
I do. Her actual name was Nur Maznah binti Ismail and was born on January 1st, 1959 at Kanga Perlis.
Me. Her career did not really take off, but she still managed to come up. One self-sponsor entitled Diana and made a few television appearances. And she was also a water ballet dancer during her year.
She was a singer, right?
Yes. She was a singer.
She from Malaysia, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Her name is Maznah.
Was born in Kanga.
And her major is, after leaving the music business, she became involved in spiritual witchcraft activities and was known to be a Bomo, which is local shaman.
What is Bomo?
Bomo is local shaman.
Black magic.
I
know.
Santau.
November 2, 2001, at the age of 55.
At penjara
45. After being
Pudu
convicted.
present.
What would you present? After being convicted of a murder of a politician, Mazlan Idris, in 1993. Okay, what? The first crime the Mona did is, first Mona worked with her husband Muhammad Nur Afandi Abdul Rahman.
From that lah, nama tu.
Don't know. And their assistant Juraimi Hassan. Mona and her husband promised to help Mazlan by giving him talisman consisting of can and spatmi headgear, which was supposedly owned by former Indonesian President Sukarno. I don't know who's Sukarno.
Oh, Indonesian Prime Minister. That time.
Former one. Mona convinced Mazlan that he would be convince Mazlan that he would be invisible if he held talisman.
I just know about that now.
Wow.
Seems interesting.
Interesting. Okay. In return, Mona demand 2.5 million ringgit Malaysia.
That's so many.
A lot of money.
Mazlan paid the couple 500,000 as deposit and gave them 10 land titles and surety for the remaining 2 million.
An appointment was made for cleansing rituals to be performed at Mona's house. Mazlan was told to lie on the floor face up while Mona placed flowers on him. She then told Mazlan to close his eyes and wait for the money to fall from the sky. Juraimi then, using an axe, chopped Mazlan's head off. They also dismembered it and particularly skinned Mazlan's body.
See.
And
That's so horrible.
And you know what? His body was found in 18 parts buried in a storeroom near
The
Mona's
story was
house
viral,
in
right?
Pahang.
Pahang?
Yeah, in Pahang.
Wow, in Pahang. I don't know. I don't know what is
Orang-
Pahang. I don't know.
Pahang people.
I know. I'm Borneo people.
I'm not Pahang, I'm not Pahangese.
I'm Sarawak.
I'm the only one. But actually, there is no money fell. Instead, it was the blade of an axe. Idris was decapitated and then dismembered and partially skinned. His body was found cut up into 18 parts.
Wow.
And buried in a hole near Mona's house in the state of Pahang. Near my house lah. about 130 km northeast of Kuala Lumpur.
Suddenly, Mazlan was reported missing on July 2nd, 1993 after he had withdrawn 30,000 ringgit, then $12,000 from Kuala Lumpur Bank.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yes. The day after the killing, Mona went on a shopping spree in Kuala Lumpur. And you know what? Mona Fendi bought a Mercedes-Benz and had her first lift. When questioned, Juraimi made a statement to the police which led to the discovery of Mazlan's remains. Unsurprisingly, Mona and husband immediately became the prime suspect.
Oh my god, she even had a facelift. Oh.
Have you guys heard about Jeffrey Dahmer?
Yes,
I do.
He
Okay,
killed 17 people, right?
yes. Okay, who was Jeffrey Dahmer? Can you explain?
He was an American serial killer who took the lives of 17 men and boys between 1978 and 1991.
No, I don't know.
Let me tell you. The other names of him is the Milwaukee Cannibal and the Milwaukee Monster.
Okay, let me continue. Simply, he's an American serial killer who arrested in 1991, provoked of criticism of local police and result in an upsurge of popular interest in serial killer murder and other crime.
The most horrible part is he would then engage in sex acts with the corpse before dismembering them and disposing of them, often keeping body parts as souvenir.
Dahmer committed his first murder in Bath Township in Ohio 1978 and second murder followed in 1987.
He was careful to select victims on the fringes of society who were often itinerant or borderline criminal, making their disappearances less noticeable and reducing the likelihood of his capture. He lured them to his home with promises of money or sex, then strangled them to death.
February 1992, Dahmer was sentenced to 15 consecutive life terms. 16 consecutive life sentence was added in May for the murder he committed in 1978. Dahmer was murdered by a fellow inmate while in Wisconsin's prison in 1994. That was a Dahmer died day.
The circumstance of this crime became the subject of much controversy. Some people claim the fact that Dahmer had escaped detection for so long showed that Milwaukee police attached a low priority to investigating the disappearance of victims who were homosexual or members of racial minority groups. And the most surprising part is he was killed by his prison mate named Christopher in 1994.
Okay, next. You guys must heard about Ted Bundy, right?
No, not really.
Oh my god, he's the most notorious serial killer.
Are you serious?
Yes. He killed at least 30 young women. Let me highlight. Young women. Maybe? And he was born on November 24, 1946 in Burlington, Vermont. His personality is charming and charismatic. But who's behind that? He was killed 30 young women.
Innocent face.
Just by his face.
Oh, okay. Let me show you. He is living a double life.
What do you mean by double life?
On surface, he looked handsome and articulate young man with a promising future. Yes, maybe we will fall in love with him too. Thank you.
Why do he attend law school, even work for a political company? And guess what? What? He had a steady girlfriend.
Oh my god. He still murder people.
For young women.
Beautiful girlfriend.
And he also described himself as the most cold-hearted son of a bitch you will ever meet.
Oh my god.
Son of a bitch. And in In just 6 months, 6 women had been abducted. Panic in the area reached a fever pitch when Janice Ann Ford and Denise Mary Maslan disappeared in broad daylight from a crowded beach at Lake Sammamish State Park.
Ted Bundy was born in Vermont. Across the country from the Pacific Northwest, communities he would one day terrorize. His mother was Eleanor Louise Cowell and his father was unknown. His grandparents, ashamed of their daughters out of wedlock pregnancy, raised him as their own child. For nearly all of his childhood, he believed his mother to be his sister.
Wow!
As you guys know, his target is young woman, right?
Yes!
Okay, let me tell you about how he killed his target. First, he will approach them while they need help. Then, he will use his charm. Once he get their trust, he incapacitated them by strangling them to death.
Okay, what made him terrifying was his ability to evade capture for years. He's being a suspect for multiple disappearances, and he would change his look often.
His first next victim and his first confirmed murder was Linda Ann Healy, another UW student. And a month after his assault on Karen Sparks, Bundy broke into Healy's apartment in the early morning, knocked her unconscious, then clothed her body and carried her out to his car. She was never seen again, but part of her skull was discovered years later at one of the locations where Bundy dumped his bodies. Afterward, Bundy continued targeting female students in the area. He developed a technique which is approaching a woman while wearing a cast or appearing otherwise disabled and asking them to help him put something in his car.
Again, over the next 5 months, Bundy abducted and murdered 5 female college students in the Pacific Northwest: Donna Gail Manson, Susan Elaine Rankle, Roberta Kathleen Park, Brenda Carol Ball, and Jurgen Hoskin. And finally, in August 1975, Bundy was pulled over while driving through the Salt Lake City suburb, and police discovered mass handcuff and blunt object in the car. While this was not enough to arrest him, a police officer, realizing that Bundy was also a suspect in the earlier killings, put him under surveillance.
You guys know what? Even after he got arrested, he continued to maintain his innocence as long as possible. Then, until he was facing execution in 1989, that he confessed to the extent of his crimes, providing chilling details about his crimes.
That's all from us. Thank you for listening our podcast. Bye. See you next time.